Jennifer with ogforall.com, and thank you for joining me today for our Orton Gillingham coaching. Today is I'm talking about reading consonant deck. And our reading consonant deck is when letters make certain sounds. For example, C may make a S and a K, as opposed to a spelling consonant deck, which is when you have a letter sound like S, and you can make it with different letters, for like C or S or PY or PS. So we're talking about reading consonant decks. And this is not the scope and sequence. This is me going through this pile. There's quite a few cards here, and I'm going to organize it in such a way that the first category is basic consonants that make one sound, then we have two sounds, then we have digraphs, and we're going to go through multiple that way. So first we'll start with our basic consonant sounds that make one sound. And here we go. So we have B, and our keyword is bat, so B, bat. Then we have D, dog is our keyword. F, fish, keyword. H, hat. J, jam. K, kite. L, lamp. M, magnet. Please note when I said that I didn't say ma, I said m. It's a clipped sound, all of them are. P, pan. R, ring. T, top. V, valentine. W, wagon. Y, yarn. Z, zebra. And then we teach QU together because there is no English word that doesn't have a Q with a U behind it. So we teach them together on one card, and it's QU. Queen is our keyword. And then that's all that make one sound. Then we have some letters that make two sounds, okay? And so we have C, and we have cat and city. And then we have a sentence with that, cat in the city. We have G, and that, or G, and that is G, gum, and J, germ or germy. And we have a key sentence with that is the gum that's germy. And then we have S, and we also say Z. So rose and sun are our keywords. Sun and Z, rose. And then we have the sun rose as our key sentence. Then we have X, it can say gz as in exit, and it can also say x as in box. So we have exit from a box. And then we have the N, which has a more nasally sound. So we have N, just regular N as in nose. And then we have Ng as in think, where your tongue goes to the roof of your mouth. So we have N, nose, and Ng, think. Okay. Next we have two letters that make a new sound, which is a digraph. These are your consonant digraphs. So we'll start with ch. Now CH can say multiple things. Ch is the first one. But then we also have k as in Christmas. We have sh as in chef. And we have a sentence for that. The chair reminds me of the Christmas chef. So just so you know where I'm getting these too, I have it all written on the back. So I have the front of my card and the back of my card. Okay, so that's the first one, that's CH. Then we have SH, which just says sh, as in shoe is our keyword. Then we have TH. Now this has a voiced and unvoiced. So we have mothers, which is your unvoiced. Your voiced, I'm sorry. So when you hear it, you'll see it say you'll hear me say mothers, and that is your voiced sound. That's how you know. And then we have thumb, it's a lighter touch. So you have the noisy tongue, and you have the quiet tongue. So you would want to teach those two sounds. Then you have GH. We have GH, first keyword is g as in ghost, GH. And then we have GH can also say f as in laugh. The ghost laughs is our sentence. And then we have PH, which is f as in phone. And then we have WH, which makes a, and it's almost like the way that the sound is on the back of the card is HW, so it's whistle is our keyword. And you want to tell the student, make sure you hear that puff, whistle. Okay. Next we have our silent letter combinations. Okay, so we have GN is gnat is our keyword, and it says N. Then we have GU says G, and our keyword is guitar. KN, N, knife is our keyword. We have LF, calf. This can also be a blend, as in self, but in this case, it's in this deck, it is a silent letter combination, is the way we're teaching it. So we have calf saying LF. Walk is also silent letter, LK, but it also can be a blend. So if your student says, well, what about milk? Okay, well, that is one blend, but in this case, it is a silent letter combination, and it says k, walk. But that's not on the card. This is our silent letter combination portion in deck, and that's how we would teach this. Because there is a deck for blends. Okay, and then we have MB, which is comb is our keyword. We have MN, column is our keyword, and it says We have PS, which is S and psychic. RH says rhino. And then we have WR, right. Okay. Next, we have, and these are also in our short vowel rules, but we would also teach them in our consonant deck as just as letters, and then we'll teach the short vowel rules so we'll know when to use them. But you can go ahead and teach them in your scope and sequence before you teach short vowel rules so that your student is already familiar with what they say. So the first we have CK, and it says K as in sack. We have DGE, says J as in bridge. We have GE, which says J as in fringe. And we have TCH, which says Ch as in match. Okay, and then we have just some letters which we would have in our consonant deck. QUE is French, and it says K as in antique. Then we have the suffix ED, but we could teach it in our consonant deck before we even teach the suffix. When you see ED, it's going to say either ed, painted, d, spilled, or t, jumped. Those are our keywords. Then we have SC. Now this depends on what letter follows it, what it says. So if you have SC followed by E, I, or Y, it's going to say S as in scissors. Or if you have SC followed by AOU, it's going to make a K sound. This goes right along with the C and G rule, your soft C and hard C. So E, I, or Y, S, A, O, or U, K, and our keywords are scissors and scale. Okay. Then we have, this is advanced, but we have DU says J, and it also can say Ju as in graduate. And then we have TU, which says Ch as in picture. Let's see, TU comes at, and TU comes at the end of the words like picture and nature. I just had a note here, and so, but that is our whole consonant reading deck, and how we could divide it out to get the most use out of it. Again, that is not the scope and sequence though. You would want your scope and sequence of when to teach each thing. But as a teacher or tutor, this is your deck, and that are and what some keywords are, and just how to make sense of this big pile of letters. Thank you for joining me.